Picture yourself now stepping into a clandestine training facility, the walls reverberating with whispers of secrets and history. You stand amongst a rare breed of individuals, the finest remote viewers in the world, grooming you to be their heir. Your training is arduous, hour upon hour spent sculpting and molding your mind to transcend the barriers of space and time. Their words course through your veins, injecting you with a new purpose, developing an ability long dormant within you. As the cloak of night descends and the moment of truth looms closer, you find yourself center stage in the grand theater of cosmic exploration. A sense of trepidation blankets the room. The air vibrates with palpable anticipation. Your objective, detecting Soviet threats lurking in the obscurity, waiting to unwind chaos. Handed a tiny scrap of paper, you read your assigned target. A slither of numbers, geographical coordinates perhaps, possibly dates or times. You tuck it away, safe in the recesses of your memory. Closing your eyes, you retreat within your mind's labyrinth, letting the numbers dance and play, conjuring landscapes and forms. Suddenly, you're swept away on a psychic journey, free from the confines of the physical realm. Your mind blooms into a cosmic playground. A gentle focus on your target stirs up the still waters of your psyche, and whispers of shapes start to swirl in the depths, vague at first but gradually gaining opacity. Images bleeding into your consciousness, you see far-off lands, startling structures, shadowy documents hidden carefully. An enigma is unraveling exclusively for you. You're now a planar detective seeking answers across an astral expanse. Opening your eyes, your words tumble into the cold room air, translating telepathic impressions into tangible information. As your narrative unfolds, the commander listens, growing sterner with each fragment of information. His gaze meets yours. You see a flicker of uncertainty for a fleeting moment as he asks, "Are you sure you know what this means?" With the weight of realization settling on your shoulders and the future potentially wavering from your findings, you take a deep breath, let it out slowly, and confirm, "Yes, I'm certain." As we delve deeper into the enthralling world of remote viewing, it's important to truly understand what sets it apart from other psychic disciplines. At its core, remote viewing is a form of extrasensory perception, or ESP, a higher consciousness practice that allows an individual to perceive distant or future events beyond the range of the normal senses. So how is remote viewing different? Take astral projection, for instance. Often it's mistaken for remote viewing and vice versa. However, while astral projection involves the conscious mind or spirit leaving the body to explore different locations or planes of existence, remote viewing is less about traveling and more about seeing. The remote viewer's consciousness remains firmly within their own body, reaching out with their mind's eye to witness separate locations, timelines, and events. Now, imagine what it is like to remote view. Imagine stepping into the confines of a darkened room, escape completely untouched by worldly influences. The silence here is not absolute. It's punctuated by the rhythm of your own breathing, and the sound of your heartbeat resonates within your ears. Now you close your eyes and initiate your journey into unseen realms. Your mind is a vast, uncharted map ready to be navigated. Each mental destination holds images, impressions, sounds, even tastes and scents. As a remote viewer, you are at the helm of this exploratory vessel. Guided by provided coordinates or targets, you focus your mind's eye and unlock the stream of psychic data waiting to be visualized. What can you see? Remote viewing brings a kaleidoscope of images. You may perceive an intricate alien landscape, thriving with unparalleled wildlife. Perhaps you trace the blueprint of a hidden underground bunker, detailing its perfect geometric constructions. You might witness past events unfold like a silent movie, or you might be privy to the pulsating rhythm of a future cityscape. In essence, remote viewing is akin to having a limitless telescope at your disposal. A tool that allows you not only to see far-off places, but also reach into the past to recover long-lost secrets or explore uncharted territories of the future. It's less about physical movement, but perceptual reach, transcending the boundaries of physical realm while simultaneously unfolding extraordinary realms of possibility. What you're embarking on, my dear friend, is not merely a journey into the surreal realms of psychic consciousness, but also a voyage through time to glimpse civilizations that walk the path before us. Remote viewing, as we understand it today, may seem a product of modern psychic research and clandestine government operations, but its roots stretch far back into the annals of human history. Consider the ancient Greeks, a civilization renowned for its intellectual prowess and philosophical depth. The Delphic oracle, worshipped and revered, was sought after by leaders and warriors, seeking divine guidance through extrasensory visions. These enigmatic figures were the remote viewers of their time, their trance-induced prophecies often shaping the course of entire empires. Our journey through time next takes us across continents to another equally captivating civilization, the ancient Egyptians. Here, within the sacred temple walls, priests acted as the conduit between deities and the mortal world, accessing the divine plane through deep meditative states. They too peered into whatever lay beyond the veil of reality, providing insight into future events, a practice bearing astonishing similarity to what we today understand as remote viewing. Now, if you cast your mind's eye eastward, to the enigmatic civilization of ancient India, you'd find the mystic yogis mastering a multitude of psychic abilities, including clairvoyance and astral projection, concepts akin to remote viewing. The ancient texts of the Vedas and Upanishads are replete with tales of seers tapping into the universal consciousness to access past, present, and future events. This rich tapestry of history amalgamates to form the ancient foundation of remote viewing, a practice grounding itself in multiple cultures, embraced by sages, seers, psychics, and oracles alike. Through countless ages and myriad cultures, remote viewing has been revered and respected, considered a gift of the divine or a testament to human potentiality, the key to prophecy, problem-solving, and peace. So, as you stand at the threshold of unlocking your own remote viewing abilities, remember, you are tracing the footsteps of the ancients, walking a path carved by time itself. There's a certain charm in this, don't you think? A sense of connection to our ancestors, bound together by a strand of psychic potential waiting to be unlocked. A hidden part of our human legacy, whispering across time, inviting us to explore the extraordinary. In the theatre of Cold War tensions, a quiet performance was taking place behind the scenes. The United States government, intrigued by the potential of psychic espionage, launched a covert initiative known as the SCAT Program. SCAT, an acronym for Scan by Coordinate, was the progenitor of the modern concept of remote viewing as we know it. Quietly birthed in the secretive corridors of the Stanford Research Institute, SRI, in the early 1970s, the project aimed to harness and weaponize psychic abilities, recasting them into strategic assets. It was a realm previously relegated to the parlor tricks of fortune tellers, now repurposed for national security. Spearheaded by laser physicist Russell Targ and electronics expert Harold Puthoff, the SCAT project involved a small flock of psychic soldiers. Remarkably gifted individuals like Ingo Swann and Pat Price comprised the heart of the operation. Tasked with detecting global threats primarily from the Soviet Union, these gifted remote viewers were given geographical coordinates and asked to scan the assigned locations of interest from their training facilities in the United States. Listen closely, for even amongst the iotas of disclosed information, there exist accounts of fascinating successes that punctuated SCAT's timeline. Take, for instance, the moment when Pat Price provided shockingly accurate and granular details about a secret Soviet site in Semipalatinsk, Kazakhstan. His remote viewing session revealed aspects of the site previously unknown, including a 155th crane and a massive underground facility, later validated by satellite imagery. Yet, like any endeavor venturing into uncharted territories, the SCAT program also faced its share of hurdles. Skepticism from mainstream science circles and political bureaucracy threatened to obstruct its path time and again. Plus, the scattered nature of psychic data and the difficulty in verifying the accuracy of remote viewing revelations in real time posed challenges. Nevertheless, SCAT persisted, its existence veiled behind layers of classified information, silently shaping the future of psychic espionage and research in America and setting the stage for its successors. And so, in a windowless room, with the world unaware, the unlikely marriage of psychic abilities and national security was consummated through SCAT. Little did anyone realize it was only the beginning of a captivating saga, a tale spun across deep secrecy and high-stakes declarations, one whose threads we've barely begun to unravel. As the curtain fell on the SCAT program, the baton quietly passed on to another meticulously secretive operation designed by the United States government. Codenamed Grill Flame, this new initiative picked up where SCAT had left off, aiming to harness human psychic capabilities to gather intelligence. In an eerie echo of its predecessor, Grillflame unraveled its narrative of concealed operations within the guarded rooms of the Monroe Institute in Faber, Virginia. Carrying the momentum forward, Grillflame saw star remote viewers from SCAT, such as Ingo Swann, joining its ranks. New additions like Joseph McMonigal enriched the pool with their exceptional talent, laying the framework for a fresh epoch of extraordinary discoveries. One instance that starkly stands out from Grillflame's chronicles is recounted by Joseph McMonigal. Asked to locate a downed Soviet aircraft in African jungle terrain, McMonigal provided coordinates pinpointing the crash site's vicinity, a feat that potentially saved countless man-hours in physical search efforts. This was but a glimpse into the prowess of Grillflame's chosen few, offering tantalizing proof of the potency of remote viewing. However, the ghost of skepticism that haunted SCAT was a familiar spectre in Grillflame's story too. The tentacles of bureaucratic red tape and skepticism from the mainstream scientific community amid sporadic successes kept the program lurking in the shadows. Despite this, Grillflame's significant milestones propelled remote viewing further into the consciousness of the intelligence community. Perhaps the most influential development during the Grillflame era was the structuring and standardization of remote viewing protocols by Swann. This methodology, later known as controlled remote viewing, transformed the process into a teachable skill, underscoring the argument that anyone could unlock their inherent remote viewing abilities, given appropriate training. Grillflame thus became a beacon, illuminating the path for systematic exploration of remote viewing. Grillflame was indeed a turning point. From the ashes of SCAT's experimental perch, it arose like a phoenix, forging forward with an invigorated sense of purpose, validating the power of the untapped human mind. Despite its covert status and the controversy shadowing it, Grillflame's influence resonated far beyond its lifetime, inspiring neophytes, alerting skeptics, and ushering in a renewed era of government-endorsed psychic exploration. In the evolutionary lineage of government-sponsored psychic intelligence programs, Stargate emerges as a prominent name recognized for fostering remote viewing. Born from the ashes of Grillflame and its subsequent incarnations, Stargate assumed the mantle in the late 1980s, marking the final chapter in the history of US government-funded remote viewing programs. The Stargate Directive aimed at refining and deploying remote viewing abilities for defense intelligence and counter-espionage purposes. Headquartered within the confines of Fort Meade, Maryland, the hallowed cradle of the program churned out an elite cadre of the so-called psychic spies. Mundane from the outside, extraordinary within, these psychic warriors were tasked with detecting and counteracting threats to national security, all while seated hundreds or even thousands of miles away from the target locations. One of the exalted moments from Stargate's unique chronicle transpired during the hostage crisis at the American Embassy in Iran. A remote viewer was able to correctly detail the health condition of the hostages, providing crucial intel to decision-makers. Instances like this offered glimpses of Stargate's potential, evidencing real-world applications of remote viewing. However, Stargate was not immune to challenges that had beleaguered its predecessors. While the program brimmed with moments of surprising accuracy, it was also fraught with inconsistencies. It frequently came under the crosshairs of critics citing unreliable findings and a lack of scientific credibility. Complicating matters further, information leaks and the resultant media storm chipped away at the program's covert status, creating a battlefield of public opinion. In the mid-90s, the government decided to pull the plug on Stargate, citing insufficient evidence of its practical applications. Despite its termination, Stargate's legacy has been far from muted. It stimulated immense public interest, leading to an expansion of remote viewing from top-secret Operation Human Potential Exploration, accessible to anyone willing to learn. In essence, the Stargate program, cloaked in secrecy and wrought with intrigue, ushered remote viewing into a more public domain. It painted a vivid tapestry of triumphs and tribulations, of scientific skepticism and jaw-dropping revelations, ultimately enabling the transition of remote viewing from covert intelligence programs to mainstream interest. Each strand of Stargate's storyline adds a starkly vibrant brushstroke to the bewildering canvas of human potential, leaving us at the threshold of the extraordinary. A delicate veil exists between the realm of the enigmatic practice of remote viewing and the world of empirical science. Navigating this divide requires a journey into the hallowed precincts of the human brain itself. The dialogue between remote viewing and neuroscience propels us into the realm of theta and alpha brain frequencies, a conversation that serves not only to add credibility to this mystical art, but provides fascinating insight into the very organ that houses our perception of reality. Let us delve first into the slow theta waves, oscillating at a frequency between 4 to 8 hertz. Imagine yourself drifting towards the edge of sleep or immersed in a deep meditative state. It is here in these moments that the human brain dives into the gentle ebb and flow of theta waves. Interestingly, practitioners of remote viewing often report experiencing such trance-like states during their sessions, suggesting a potential connection between these elusive brainwaves and psychic perception. Indeed, the theta state, akin to dreaming while awake, where the subconscious takes the reins and the analytic brain loosens its grip, might just be the ideal ground for the seed of remote viewing to flourish. As we ascend the frequency spectrum, we encounter the alpha waves, oscillating at around 8 to 12 hertz. Often associated with relaxed alertness and creative flow, alpha waves are believed to serve as a potent conduit for intuition and visualization. Remote viewers often describe experiencing vivid mind movies during their sessions, a phenomenon that might be linked to the dominance of alpha waves. It is almost as if these waves become the architects of the bridge between the viewer and the target, orchestrating the symphony of synapses to form a cohesive psychic image. While research into the relationship between these brain frequencies and remote viewing is still in nascent stages, anecdotal experiences and preliminary studies suggest tantalizing correlations. Unraveling these links could spell a leap towards melding the mystical with the scientific, illuminating the shadowy corners of human cognition and consciousness that remain unexplored. In the play of life, each brainwave has a unique role. Theta and alpha waves, the mystical minstrels of the mind, may well be the clandestine custodians of remote viewing abilities, unlocking doors to perceive realms once perceived unreachable. As we unearth more about our brain's mysterious workings, we might someday comprehend how these alluring psychic abilities are but a synaptic symphony in our intricate cognitive orchestra. Thus, employing neuroscience as a key, we edge closer to deciphering the enigma that is remote viewing. It is a compelling narrative of human potential, poised at the crossroads of science and the supernatural. From the hushed corridors of classified programs to the spotlight of popular culture, the concept of remote viewing has taken quite a journey. In a contemporary world captivated by the extraordinary and paranormal, it seeps into our daily narratives, inspiring and intriguing in equal measure. In the realms of literature, iconic works such as John Ronson's The Men Who Stare at Goats expose the curious viewer to the clandestine world of government psychic projects. On the other hand, Dean Koontz in his thriller novel, The Door to December, cleverly weaves the concept of remote viewing into the storyline, illuminating the enchanting blend of suspense and the supernatural. Each page turned becomes a step leading the reader towards the shrouded veil of the unknown. The silver screen, another powerful catalyst of popular culture, has been home to several depictions of remote viewing. In the 2009 film, The Men Who Stare at Goats, inspired by Ronson's book, viewers enjoyed a humorous yet thought-provoking dive into the world of psychic espionage. The gripping saga of Russell Targ, a physicist and remote viewing program co-founder, is masterfully brought to life in the documentary Third Eye Spies. These cinematic experiences tantalize spectators, probing them to ponder over the veracity of such events and the boundaries of human capabilities. Likewise, artists and musicians have found fertile ground in the concept of remote viewing. From album cover art to lyrical tributes, this method of psychic exploration has manifested in creative expressions, showcasing the cultural influence it holds. Remote viewing breaches beyond the boundaries of individual creativity, becoming a recurring theme in aesthetic collectives like the Burning Man Festival. At the heart of these gatherings, workshops and discussions around remote viewing kindle the fires of curiosity and shared wonder, building a sense of community around this intriguing psychic ability. What is particularly fascinating is how this exposure to remote viewing has humanized the enigmatic practice. It has journeyed from secret government offices into our living rooms, on our bookshelves, and into our conversations. It is no longer an arcane secret available to a chosen few. Instead, it has become a story shared around the world, inspiring dreamers to explore the far reaches of human potential and skeptics to challenge their worldview. This sweeping influence of remote viewing on modern culture is energizing, compelling us to step away from the routine and experience the extraordinary. It paints a colorful palette, a scene bustling with potent wonderment that invites us all to engage, absorb, question, and marvel. It is a story we have only just begun to explore, a saga of the human spirit's ability to transcend the physical and venture into the realm of the unseen. As we have traversed the winding path of remote viewing, we've delved into its shadowy past, the scientific correlations, and its subtle yet robust presence in contemporary culture. Now let us peer into the expanse of its prospective applications, a fascinating realm where universal curiosity coalesces with practical utility. Remote viewing's initial conception was firmly rooted in military and intelligence arenas, and understandably so. The potential of discerning covert operations, predicting enemy moves, or locating hidden military bases, all from a remote locale, presented significant strategic advantages. Yet, as this psychic practice elbowed its way into the public domain, its potential applications bloomed into a wider array of sectors. In law enforcement, remote viewing could serve as a unique tool, assisting in the location of missing individuals or providing clues in unsolved cases. In the quest for truth, a remote viewer might be able to offer fresh perspectives, emanating from the landscapes unseen to conventional investigative methods. In environmental conservation and archaeology, remote viewing could illuminate the unseen. Think of the ocean's vast, unexplored depths, or the historical mysteries buried in time-worn soil. A well-trained viewer might be able to steer explorers towards groundbreaking discoveries, or help map inaccessible terrains, contributing to the collective body of human knowledge. On a more personal level, many enthusiasts claim that remote viewing can serve as a path to self-discovery and personal growth. Like an interior compass, it can help one navigate the labyrinth of the subconscious mind, dredging up insights and realizations that could lead to personal transformation. Rightly so, some might ask. Is such extrapolation of applications not a step too deep into the pool of speculation? Perhaps, but isn't it human nature to push the boundaries of what we consider the realm of the possible? To question, to experiment, to stretch our imaginations is what has spurred the relentless progress of civilization. In contemplating the applications of remote viewing, we sow seeds into the fertile ground of curiosity, watching as they grow into trees of innovation, bearing the fruits of progress. Even in their speculative state, these proposals invite us to dream, to align ourselves for a moment with the countless authors, filmmakers, scientists, and explorers who dared to believe in the incredible, thereby shaping the trajectory of human history. We are reminded that the stories and mysteries surrounding remote viewing are still very much engaged in the process of unfolding. The question is, are you ready to step into that uncharted territory and become part of the evolving narrative yourself? In the quest to unlock the portal of remote viewing, the first threshold one must cross lies within the mind itself. It is here the preliminary groundwork is laid, and the first step on the path of psychic exploration begins. Preparing the mind for remote viewing is akin to priming a canvas for a masterpiece, a task requiring both finesse and patience. Mental conditioning forms the keystone in this process. The first necessity is to embrace a state of receptivity, allowing one's mind to be a malleable canvas upon which impressions of remote locations will form. This shift often necessitates quieting the conscious mind, the locus of logical reasoning, and instead opening the doors to the subconscious, the realm from which intuitive images and impressions spring. Achieving this state of calm receptivity can be expedited with a toolkit borrowed from ancient traditions: meditation. Through regular practice, meditation can help deepen one's sense of inner quietude, creating a serene mental scape conducive for remote viewing. Apart from meditation, cultivating mindfulness is another crucial step. Being aware of one's thoughts and feelings without judgment encourages an attitude of openness essential in remote viewing, where impressions can often be subtle and fleeting. Just as crucial as preparing the mind is cultivating the right environment. For remote viewing to take flight, it's crucial that all potential distractions are minimized. Choose a place that is calm and quiet, where the pandemonium of the outside world feels distant. A dimly lit room is often recommended, for soft lighting can encourage the mind to shift into a more relaxed state, releasing its tight grip on analytic reasoning to explore the dicier realms of intuition. Finally, maintain a record of your experiences. Keep a journal of your sessions detailing your impressions. Over time, patterns may emerge from these thoughtful scribbles, guiding you to sharpen your abilities, providing insight, and serving as a testament to your journey into this fascinating world of remote viewing. This alchemy of mental conditioning and environmental curation serves as our warp gate into the universe of remote viewing. Preparing your mind is half the battle won. As you deepen your practice, you may find that this supposed fringe experience transforms from an outreached, tottering grasp into an intuitive, natural extension of your perception. It all commences with priming your mind, setting foot upon the path of the mystical, the first step into the enigmatic world of remote viewing. The art of remote viewing, like any other skill, is honed through rigorous practice and discipline. It's akin to learning to play a musical instrument or mastering a new language, demanding patience, time, and commitment. So let us embark on this melodic journey into the realm of the unseen, threading along the path leading to mastery in remote viewing. The initial stages of training primarily revolve around mind anchoring. As exotic as the term sounds, it essentially refers to grounding your mind in a relaxed and quiet space. This tranquil sanctuary becomes your launchpad into the cosmos of remote viewing. Various techniques can assist in achieving this anchored state: rhythmic breathing patterns, progressive muscle relaxation, or even chanting a mantra. The aim is to train your mind to easily slip into this tranquil state at will. Once your mind is anchored, the second stage of training, sensory training, begins. Sensory training is all about paying homage to your senses, acknowledging the vital role they play in the process of remote viewing. You see, remote viewing isn't just about seeing distant or unseen locales. Often it's about feeling thermic conditions, smelling the air, hearing the softest whispers that the scene might offer. So honing your senses and nurturing a sensibility to subtle sensory cues forms an essential part of your remote viewing training. A good practice is to engage in frequent sensory exercises, sniffing a variety of scents and trying to identify them, picking out individual sounds in a sonic melee, or focusing on textures by touch alone. Moving on, visualization techniques form the keystone of the third stage on the road to mastery. Here, the theory behind visualization is simple. If one can picture a red apple with their eyes closed, one can picture a distant locale, unseen by the physical eye. Visualization enhances your capability to imagine vivid, detailed images, making your remote viewing experiences more intricate and telling. To heighten this skill, you can play memory games. Study a picture for a couple of minutes and then attempt to recreate it from memory. Over time, go back to the picture and compare your visualization with the original. Slowly, you'll see your ability to recreate visual detail dramatically improve. Integration of these stages, mind anchoring, sensory training, and practicing visualization, paves the way to proficient remote viewing. The path might seem daunting at first, but remember, the faintest inkling of mastery today was once a towering mountain of the impossible. Every expert was once a student, and every journey starts with a single step. Through determination, practice, and patience, the veil separating the mundane from the mystical will become but a gossamer wisp, an ethereal bridge guiding you into the realm of the unseen. As we stand on the precipice of the known, gazing into the nebulous expanse of the future, we can't help but contemplate. What might the future hold for remote viewing? Every step we've taken thus far has redrawn boundaries, shifting paradigms, and irrevocably altering our comprehension of what is feasible. The concept of remote viewing is no different. It may currently dwell on the fringes of mainstream recognition, but as we delve into its enigmatic folds, its enduring potential begins to unveil itself. So for a moment, let us play soothsayers and uncover what this future could manifest. Imagine a world where remote viewing is no longer a mystical outlier, but an intrinsic part of our society, accepted, practiced, and widely utilized. Envision a future where schools offer courses in remote viewing, building the foundation from a tender age. A subtle merging of scientific theories with psychic domains, illuminating the minds of learners, and fostering an environment of acceptance towards these specialized skills. Imagine a world where professionals in fields as varied as law enforcement, archaeology, environmental science, and even business intelligence utilize remote viewing capabilities to unlock new doorways. The secrets beneath the ocean's vast mystery, the echoes of an ancient civilization buried in timeless sands, or the silent trails of a missing individual, all these could potentially become more perceivable with the aid of remote viewing. Think of a future where technology has been developed to aid and enhance remote viewing. Brainwave augmentation devices, predictive algorithms intertwined with psychic impressions, or simulation systems for honing remote viewing skills. In the realm of entertainment and media, there could be an awakening. Films, television shows, and novels celebrating the capabilities of remote viewing could become as mainstream as our current superhero genre. a celebration of mind over matter, recognizing and lauding the expansive vista within the human mind. Such a world redefines our understanding of potential, collapsing the boundaries that separate the natural from the supernatural, the mundane from the mystical. It's a future where the realms of science, technology, and psychic phenomena dance in a mesmerizing ballet, each taking turns to lead, creating a harmony never seen before. As we unfurl this vision for the future, know it springs not from the whimsical fancies of fiction, but from the tangible tapestry of progress. Remember, every reality today was once a fragment of someone's imagination. The journey of remote viewing is ongoing, evolving, and brimming with possibilities. After all, isn't the future but a canvas awaiting the brushstrokes of our actions today? Fellow explorers, we've now reached the end of this mystical expedition into the enigmatic world of remote viewing. You've dared to peer beyond the veil of reality, into a realm located deep within the twilight zone of the known and the unknown. As an aviatrix of this arcane journey, I congratulate you. You've not only voyaged into unseen territories, but dared to embrace the mystery and navigate the labyrinth of this fascinating ability. Now you've been equipped with the knowledge of remote viewing. Ensure that its flame keeps burning bright. Like this video to celebrate our journey. Subscribe to join this enclave of the mystical. You wouldn't want to miss what's coming next. Do it not merely to join us on future journeys, but also to protect your mind from unexpected visitors. You see, rumors tell of former Soviet remote viewing operatives peering into the minds of non-subscribers, playfully considering the implantation of mind control devices. While we jest, it's best not to risk it, right? Venture forth and share your experiences in the comments below. Awaken others to the hidden realms that reside along the edges of our reality. Let us weave together a web of knowledge, assimilating experiences from far and wide. Remember, within each of us dwells the potential for extraordinary abilities. Each click on subscribe serves as a catalyst, opening further gates to such insightful journeys. In our next voyage, we'll trace the enigmatic trail of the timeless puzzle, the key of life, the Ankh. Prepare as we set sails towards another age-old mystery. So, till we meet again, dear voyagers, remember, the most profound mysteries are just waiting to be unveiled. A sagacious seafarer is always ready, so subscribe and step aboard, for the dance of mystery and magic never ends. Till next time, may the cosmos watch over you, guiding you towards hidden truths as we journey together, one saga at a time.